All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle. And he starts us off with a 5-yard pickup. Second down coming up.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. To throw is Rodgers. Some heavy contacts here, and that's going to break things up. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. That finds Pittman, complete. And a big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20, and he gets him the first.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
And neither of them can come down with it. Gave that one a heck of a ride, but it falls incomplete. 3rd down coming up. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. And once again, they can't connect. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. So that brings up 4th and long. The Steelers set to punt it. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. Yeah, he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him what looks like about 7.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
2nd down, here's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To the air, Stroud. And he'll give himself up to end the run. That's going to move the 6. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
First down from the 42. Running it with David Montgomery. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the first. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Throwing is Stroud. Rushes right there as he releases it. And it goes nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is second down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing a double coverage, odds are against you.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Stroud. Rolling left, buying some time. Extended it all he could, but they track him down and haul him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The Steelers calling their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. Back to throw, Stroud. And this one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Had a look up the middle, but trouble hanging on through that contact. That's going to force 4th down. 4th down, here comes Kai Kroger to punt. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
Two seconds to go here in our opening quarter. Now here's Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to end up an incomplete pass. Not on the quarterback there. That pass was dropped. It's fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston to punt it away once more. The Texans have Jalen Noel at the ready. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud now. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Here's Stroud. And down he goes. They drop him right along that midfield stripe. And goes to the hurry up here.
Stroud sacked. A loss of 4 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 10.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds his back, marks. And this is going to go for a gain of 6, but it's not enough. Defense doesn't let him get past that. It is 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So once again, Kai Kroger out for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this angles out and hits the sideline. That's a good punt there. They're pinned at their own 8.
At their own 8-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Rodgers set to pass. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Rodgers will look to throw. He lofts it deep right side. Had it for a moment, but the hit jars it loose. Fortunate, Brock, that it did too, because that would have been a big strike otherwise. Instead, just 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
On the draw, it's Dowdle. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop.
Will Anderson on the tackle. It's a gain of 5.
Well, Brock, still awaiting our first points of this game, and we've arrived at our 2-minute warning. More from London right after this. So now here's 3rd and 5. To throw, Rodgers. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
Throwing on second, here's Stroud. Hits him on the in route. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's under pressure, and he's not going to get away. And they take him down at the 30. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Kai Kroger on for this punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. He's got it at the 24. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set first and 10. Rodgers to throw. Rushes right there as he releases it. And comes nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is second down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
On second down, Rodgers made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now Rodgers. Oh, enveloped by the defense. They get him at the 32. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. Cameron Johnston on the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He fields it cleanly. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Looking to throw, Stroud. Now set up the screen to Montgomery. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Believe it or not, a big loss on that completed pass. So here comes second and long. From the gun, Stroud. This is a heater going deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 now for Stroud. And he is now 8 of 10 after that last completion. Now looking to throw. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. From the gun, Marks gets it. And he did his part, partner. Got him 8 yards. Sets up third down. Working quickly here. And he spikes it just before we hit 0. So they've got a chance now to add 3 here before we break on a long field goal attempt. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. Now there's a timeout. 3 seconds remaining. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. 2 quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Run for Montgomery to start the half. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Second down throw for Stroud. Connects here with Jalen Noel. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And it's third down.
Stroud now on third. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Formation for Houston.
Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Rodgers. And that hit pops the catch free. That's incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, this defensive battle just continues, Brock. They have set the tempo, been the dominant factions in this game, and that's only growing with every incompletion.
Kate, the results have been the same, but these are a couple different game plans, right? By these two different defenses, but both of them smothering and suffocating.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Rodgers from the gun. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock, but no chance. It's 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Taking a shot deep here. It is almost picked off. He had the interception, but he couldn't hang on. It will, though, still bring up 4th down. Punt team on the field. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. He's got it. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Will not get a pick six. He's out of bounds just shy of the end zone.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down?
And he's in for the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one splits the uprights. And they jump ahead by 4. Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. To the air, Stroud. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Second down, here's Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Third and long for him here. This one's out to Noel, left side. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
finally they're able to corral him, but not before he gets a hefty amount on that return.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
51 yards.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Steelers, first down.
Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal. Now here's Rodgers. Makes the catch. And in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf from 10 yards out. Boswell to add the PAT. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And the lead up to a much more comfortable 11 points now.
14, Texans 3. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Knoll to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. Rushes right there as he releases it. And it goes nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is 2nd down.
He was covered by
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Back to throw, Stroud. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's able to get him pretty close to that marker. Call that a gain of about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here's Stroud now. This one stopped. Play gains about 6 yards. And that is the Texans' 1st down.
gain of 6.
Offense to the line fast.
Houston.
Now it's Stroud. Look at that power, deep left side. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Working on 2nd down. Stroud. Completed to his running back. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. But a solid gain right up towards that midfield strike. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. All set now. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Off the play action, here's Stroud. Connects with Montgomery again. Hit there, and he's forced out. A gain of about 15 before it. And that gives the Texans a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
One of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Stroud. Passing quick here with the pass rush, fast enough to match it. On and in time to alter that throw, and it falls incomplete. That brings up second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on second, here's Stroud. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Noel going in motion right. Here he goes, third and long. This connects with Schultz. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
22 yards. First down, Texans.
From the red zone now. Finds his back, marks. And he drives this forward to the 6. Working quickly here. The Steelers calling their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Second and 3 now. Looking to throw, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to win the race to the corner. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Stroud capping an 11-play march to pay dirt.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
Noel sent in motion left. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Rodgers. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Gotta cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Rodgers set to pass. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Motion the slot man right. Stroud to throw on 1st down.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Man in motion, out of the slot. 2nd down throw for Stroud. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Noel going in motion right. Stroud now on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. That play picks up about 6 yards as he stopped. And that gives Houston a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Houston.
Noel going in motion right. To the air, Stroud. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Could just feel that one kind of taking shape. Even as he tried to improvise and escape the pocket, there's just nowhere for that ball to go.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. 2nd down. Here's Stroud. And they will take him down. They got him back at the 41. Offense in the hurry up here.
Loss of 5 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
Third and long for him here. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
17 yards. And the Texans
Out of the gun, they give it to Marks. And give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Texans.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Texans trailing by 5. 1st and 10 from the 32. Right back to Marks it goes. Room to run inside the 20. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Chased out to his right. Throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Setting up to pass. Well, he throws it quick, but what a pass rush that was. Able to hit him on the release anyway and break that up. 3rd down now after that incompletion.
The good news there is he got the ball out of his hands and did not take the sack. The bad news is he's got to collect himself, regroup after that big hit, and make sure they find a way to execute.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Marks. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Houston.
Marks has the Houston touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
He'll look to throw it. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal.
14. Fairbairn, the kickoff for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. At the 20. Touchdown on an incredible return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kickback for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
So as we expected, they're lining up to go for 2 here and a 7-point advantage.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. No to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Ooh, the look was there, but the catch is not. Contact deep downfield, and that's enough to pop that one out.
This is one of those moments as a quarterback, you got to have a little self-talk. Play fast, but never in a hurry. Play fast, but never in a hurry. You can't be panicked right now, and just find ways to get completions.
Stroud. Trying to push deep downfield. Big gain downfield. Hits the 20. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe a little bit easier now, at least for the moment. The try is up and good, and they have found a way to tie it late here in the 4th quarter. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. And a big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20, and he gets him the first. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
19 yards. That's another Steelers 1st down.
And he spikes it here, 18 seconds to go. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Well, tie game, and they want to be the ones to put this away. They're going for it. To throw. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game. Brock, touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Boswell to add the PAT. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
29. Texans 22. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. No to return this. And he is hauled down on what's going to be the final play in this game. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. This is the time.